I would really prefer not to have to do an intro today. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails. Today we're going to take on the Endor raid with Leia's team. Probably not going to be optimized if we're being honest. We're learning this raid on the fly. I probably need a little extra grace, but I did do a few hours of testing, just trying to figure out what the best comp was. I tried to find good videos. I could not find any good videos. I'm sorry for those of you who have made videos about it, and I just haven't been able to find them. But one way or another, I do have a team that can get 2.7 pretty consistently. I'd say probably about 50% of the time it works, and the other 50% of the time you get about 2.5 million or so. We'll jump into, I'll show you some of the stats, some of the mechanics of the raid, and then we'll jump into some video footage. First, I want to say a huge shout out to my patrons. You guys are amazing. You make things possible on this channel that would otherwise not be possible. Thank you guys so much for everything. You're truly, truly very appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. And guys, if you want to support this channel for free, all you've got to do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment. Guys, we're trying to get to 20,000 by the end of the year. I'm not sure, it's looking kind of grim for it, but we're still pushing for it. Let's try. Let's give it the old college try and mount the algorithm. Please, and thank you. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for all of your support throughout the years. Thank you guys. Let's jump in to just a couple slides here. Oh, sorry about that. My first take was not good, so we're trying a second one. So here's the stats for the team, and I guess I didn't add the damage stats. I guess the thing I want to underline here, guys, is potency is what I added, and I did not add any level of finesse. I just copy pasted the mods from Marin onto one of them, I think onto Luke, and my mods from Afra onto Chewbacca, and then I just added a speed potency arrow on Leia, and that's it. You want to get to over 80% potency. What I have on here is totally overkill and you don't need this much potency, guys, because the reason you want potency is because of the distract icon, or that type of damage, and so if you get 80% or higher all of the times that you attack and remove these stacks of distract, you do 8 additional stacks. And what you want to do is, I wanted to be able to start one-shotting, well, not one-shotting, I wanted to start 3-shotting these some of the speeder bikes. You'll see at the start of the footage. So which icons do we care about? I know it's a little overwhelming. It's still overwhelming for me, to be honest, and like I say, I don't know if this is an optimized strategy. This is just what I came up with. I was like, oh, let's just go with spamming AoEs that do distract damage, and then just do like regular damage on the other one. So you can see the red arrows are pointing at the 2 icons you should pay attention to. The other ones, for the all intents and purposes of this particular video, can be totally ignored, at least as far as I know. You guys will have to be gracious with me. I don't know all the raid mechanics yet. We're still trying to learn things, folks, but we'll figure it all out. Let's jump into the actual gameplay, shall we, folks? And alright, so the team is obviously Leia, Chewie, and Luke. I know not everyone's going to have Relic 8 on all 3 of them, though I do advise that you put Relic 8 on them. I had it on beforehand, and I mean, on this account. On my alt account, I don't, so you know how it is, folks. Let's jump into some footage, and then what I want to do, I'm going to pause it fairly early on, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of what's going on here. Okay, so we've got our 3 speeder bike champions, and okay, so all 3 of them have the same 3 abilities. We ignore that middle one entirely. Is that wise? I don't know. I don't think it made the RNG weird to do the middle one, because it messes with the RNG of when the speeder bikes show up and what kind of speeder bikes show up. And whereas there is some variance in it, if you don't use that ability, it's a lot more reliable to know what waves are coming in. We're killing 9 waves. So what we're going to be doing, the basic ability is obviously that's the basic that just does single damage, that does physical damage or whatever you call it. It's the damage icon on the far left. And then the one that's third from the left is the distract one, and that you do damage with. Okay, so the second special there, guys, next to the ultimate icon on Leia, that one is an AoE. It hits both of them, and it does other damage, but the one that we really focused on here is the distract damage. And so we're maximizing distract. The idea is Leia does an AoE, the other Chewie does an AoE, and Luke does an AoE, and it kills the entire wave of the scout trooper recruits. Now, it doesn't kill other ones quite as quickly, but it does kill them. So here, I actually have a little. It's not the best infographic ever, but just a little thing to help us through the different waves so that we can keep track of them. So the idea on the first wave is you're just going to do AoEs here, guys, and that's it. Just do the AoEs and it kills both of them. Alright, we're on the second wave, and we're preparing for what I like to call the big fight here, folks. So this one we need to save our AoEs as much as we can. Leia can actually use a few because she goes so fast. She eventually just refreshes to the point where she can do AoEs. She wants to save her AoEs, but the big fight is in wave 4. That's what I call it anyway. So this is going to be some scout troopers, and they're a little bit tougher to kill. Usually we're going to just kill them with basics, to be honest, but for the most part, like you can use an AoE from Leia, like I said, and just focus one down. Focus one down. We're just trying to get our cooldowns ready so that we can just we can get to wave 4 and do everything right. Okay, so at this point Leia has her ultimate, so we're going to and these are usually commanders here, folks. So they're tougher. They're the second best version of troopers here, and so Leia is just not going to mess around at all. Even though we know that the next wave is even harder, she's just going to use her ult and club both of these guys with trees. And now this is what I call the big fight, and that's because we're going to just try to kill both of these guys with just normal attacks. Instead of you saving her ult for wave 4, we've used it on wave 3, and we're charging it during wave 4 so we can kill wave 5 with her ult as well. But the thing is, we're just doing AoEs. You want to target the commander, which is the one on the left. And I don't know if I do that every time, but you want to target him because we're going to kill him with basics, and we're going to kill the shadow trooper with distract. And that's all. Just the AoEs on distract. So, so we're doing the AoEs. Now, yeah, I do a couple. This is my first 2.7, so I didn't have it completely nailed down. But yeah, we're just shooting. We're doing, whenever we can, we're doing the AoE. And you can see that the numbers, the Shadow Trooper actually has fewer stacks of distract than the commander. So we're gonna kill him with that, and then the commander will just use basics whenever we can to do it. Remember, we're totally ignoring special one, just completely ignoring it. So, and then doing the AoE when we can. Okay, so Shadow Trooper gone, Scout Trooper Commander also gone. So now we're in wave 5. Usually it's commanders here, guys, and there is variance on what the waves can be. So now we're just gonna have Leia take them out, guys. AoE, there we go. Alright, we're getting there. So now usually this is going to be recruits or scouts, or maybe both. Like, it's hard to tell the difference between them. It looks like both of them are recruits in this case. So just use your AoEs. At this point your cooldowns are probably not all the way recharged, but you got there. Alright, the next wave, usually another wave of scouts or recruits, and they're about to hit the whatever it's called, the enrage. So it starts to be a little bit risky here, a little bit dicey, but you can do it, guys. You can get through it. Alright, so the next wave, this is the penultimate wave, guys. Hopefully, is just going to be recruits and scouts. Sometimes it's commanders. And if it's commanders, you're not going to get a great score. Because the final wave, the 9th wave, is always going to be a commander and a shadow trooper. So if it's scouts and recruits, then great. And then finally, guys, if we've made it this far, then you can just, hold on a sec. Wait a minute. I said wait. Maybe my slideshow's a little bit off. Hold on. Okay, for some reason, the Wave 9 was not showing up. Not sure why that was, but sometimes commanders show up, and then you don't get the full points because Shadow Troopers are worth more points. So you do your ult, and it's just commanders, and you don't get the full points, and then you just die. So just keep in mind, if Wave 9 it does not have the Shadow Trooper, this method isn't going to get you 2.7. You're going to have to restart. The good news is it only takes about 3 minutes to get to that point, so you can do some resets. Let's do a couple more of these full speed. I'm not going to stop it. We're just going to... Where is going to go here, folks? Okay, so yeah, 2.7. Come on, dude. Alright, Wave 1. Use your AoEs. Dude, come on, Zareth. Hurry up. Hurry up, dude. Alright, Wave 1. Good. Wave 2. We're getting ready for that big fight. Like I said, we're waiting for that big fight. So we're saving our AoEs, guys. Except for Leia. She can do AoEs if she wants, at least early on, because she cycles through so fast. She's just a very fast individual. Good for her, man, I guess. I don't know, I'm kind of spreading out. So some of my testing, I was just like spreading out my basics, and I don't know if it mattered that much, to be honest. To be clear too, guys, I don't even pay attention to any of my own icons at all. I don't look at my icons. So here's the big fight. We use the AoE or the ultimate on the wave 3 commanders, and now it's so you just do AoEs and you target the commander so that you can do basics on him. See, sometimes I did basics on the commander or on the shadow trooper as well, which just that just drags things on. It gets them to enrage faster, and that's not as good. So just remember that. All right, so commanders again. We have our ultimate charged, so we just killed them, and then we've got recruits or scouts at this point. Boom. Use their AoEs. Recruits or scouts on this one as well, for the most part. And after wave after wave after wave, you usually have some of your stuff on cooldowns and stuff. I think the biggest part of this raid, folks, is just trying to make sure you use your abilities strategically, and you don't just use your ult whenever you feel like it. Even though it seems cool, you're like, oh yeah, we can get rid of this wave here. It's not always wise. So yeah, wave 8, hopefully it's recruits or scouts. Sometimes it's commanders. If it's commanders, you're not going to get good wave. You're not going to get a good score. You're not even going to get a 2.5. You usually just use your AoE and then die on the next one, because you can't kill a scout or a shadow trooper and a commander when they're enraged. Or at least I don't know how to do it. These Ewoks will cheer at anything, man. We just killed a bunch of scout troopers. All right, come on now. Here we go. Use your AoEs. We're doing this 4 times, folks, just to be clear. Use your AoEs. You just get to 3-shot them, basically. Next wave, we're preparing for the big fight, so we use our basics here. Except for Leia, can do her AoE sometimes. Let's get going, guys. Come on now. Do we really need to spread out my attacks? I don't think so. I think my final one was pretty optimized. This is my nearly final one. Alright, these are commanders. Do the ult. Here's our big fight. So we're fighting these guys on... I mean, that's not equal terms. There's no way they're equal. But, yeah, no. We gotta do this, guys. Come on now. Yeah, see, I'm starting to figure it out. Well, I don't know. I'm doing basics on the command. What am I doing, man? I don't even know. It's weird. It got weird. Alright, just do your ultimate with Leia here. Next wave, recruits and scouts. Kill them as you can. Let's go, guys. Come on now. Is a new wave? Probably. I'm getting distracted here. So we're kind of in danger in these final waves here. Just kind of in danger. These guys can take you out every once in a while. That'll happen. So that's why I'm foolish to not really pay attention to my health and stuff. I'm still, my bandwidth on this raid is still just pretty short. Just not all the way there. It's a lot of new things to learn here, folks. Get the ultimate here. Just swipe them with your trees. Good deal, man. Alright, final wave. Should we try this without our cheat sheet? I don't think so. Here we go. Final wave, guys. Let's go. Let's get it. Use AoEs. So this is way less efficient, guys, if you don't go the potency route. You can use those AoEs to kill things, but I had to get the potency up to 80% on everyone in order for that to work. So take that as you will, of course. Just spamming basics here. Commanders, just get ultimated in the face. Yeah, alright. See, finally, starting to just do AoEs, targeting the commander. I think Shadow Trooper actually, in fact, dies first here anyways, just because of the AoEs, even if you don't ever do any basics to him. Because remember, basics do a damage to a different type of stack. I know, I guess we didn't kill him first this time. I don't know. Who cares, guys? Here's some commanders. We can just ultimate off the board. And there we go. More recruits and scouts. I probably didn't need to show you guys 4 instances of this. My bad. My bad, guys. I do like to be thorough. Make sure you guys have lots of examples, because I don't like to cherry pick. I mean, I did cherry pick in the sense that I'm only showing you victories. The losses are all pretty close, though. In fact, maybe I'll upload. You guys can check the video description. I'll see if I upload all of my fails as well. I'm not sure if I have time for that. To be honest, guys, I'm sorry. I wish we had time, but I'm out of time. I need to go sleep. It's important. So yeah, probably an empty promise, but you guys can check the video description all the same. Maybe I'll get around to it later. Alright, we're almost there, guys. Shadow Trooper and Commander. Let's go. Oh, man. They killed Chewie. I mean, who cares, but he's dead. He gone. So it's just like me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zareth prevails. Take care, folks.